Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Zesty Thoughts with your host, Anabla. Welcome to episode 85. I'm so back, y'all. I missed y'all this week. I did not do an episode last week. I have been, for lack of a better word, like incredibly fucking overwhelmed, basically. I've been so busy. For those of you that have been listening to the last few episodes, I'm doing 75 hard, okay? I'm working, I've been subbing, I've been like hanging with friends, doing sessions, writing. I've just been slammed. Basically, I've been spread the fuck thin, right, y'all? So I had to take a rest week. The thought of having to plan, record, and edit a pod with everything else that I had going on last week was a lot, to say the least. So, but I'm back. I missed y'all so much. I have been sticking to 75 hard. That's been great. I've been on some amazing hikes recently. I went to Franklin Canyon yesterday with my dad. I love it up there. I highly recommend if you're in LA. It doesn't feel like you're in LA. I love it so much. It's like this little oasis in the middle of like Hollywood. I think it's like kind of near Hollywood. It's between Beverly Glen and Coldwater Canyon. I think like I'm trying to think of it like on the map where it is, but it's like somewhere there. You can enter off of Mulholland. You can actually enter off of like Sunset and take Beverly. I think Beverly Drive is where you would go from that direction, but I think entering off of Mulholland is better. It's easier to get to the like big parking lot, and when you enter off of Beverly, the road is like really thin, like one car at a time thin. So I wouldn't recommend entering that way. I would just take Mulholland. So from wherever you are in LA, take Mulholland in, and it's just so beautiful. It's like a little oasis. There's like a lake. There's like a little separate like duck pond. There were hella ducks. We saw a bunch of turtles, and then I spotted a frog. I was literally so geeked, you guys. I swear that I have like frog senses, okay? Because my dad was like, I never would have seen that. And this motherfucker was blending. And he was, in fact, like probably playing dead. He was probably scared. Like the turtles were coming right up to us. This frog did not budge. Like it didn't move an inch, like a centimeter, a millimeter, while we were kind of standing near it. And like we're trying not to go too close. But I'll post a video here. It's so freaking cute. I was like, I saw a frog in the wild. I honestly, when I went to Puerto Rico, I did not see a cookie, and I was really sad about that. Because I was like hoping and praying that I would see one. Because like I don't know. I mean, technically, I guess I do live somewhere where I could like see frogs in the wild. Now I know that. But like in my immediate area, okay? It's not like I'm just seeing frogs all the time hopping around all over in my yard and stuff. So, that fulfilled my desire to see a frog in person. So that was fantastic. I've seen frogs in person before, but like at zoos. And I don't really count that. They're like in captivity. I'm like, I want to see a frog living its life free, right? Okay, and I did. That was so cute. So that was really nice. I wrote a new song this week that I'm super geeked over. I don't know if any of y'all that are like creators in any way, shape, or form, like artists, musicians, what have you, right? I get these like insane moments of like stream of consciousness, and it's like the floodgates just open, and I am just like this channel, and it's just like I feel like I have like lasers beaming from my eyes, and I will just like word vomit like an entire song. I'll just word vomit lyrics basically. And I did have like a melodic concept in mind while I was coming up with that, but usually I don't. Usually it's like just lyrics when I'm word vomiting, but that time it was like they're both coming to me, okay? So I got a little voice memo action in and wrote some lyrics just like on the toilet. Like it's just so random. I was like watching a TikTok and it was like emo, and it made me emo, and then I was like okay, time to write, girl. So yeah, that will like randomly happen to me. It's very random. When I write with other people, like co-write, I never get that feeling. It's never like stream of consciousness, like just shitting a whole song out in like a minute or two. I kind of wish that I got that though when I co-wrote, because it'd be like easier, right? But then it's also like, then it's not co-writing, then it's just all me, right? So either way, I'm just wondering if like other people feel that, just like random messages from the ethers, right? Just like you just spit it out, you just throw it out. Like me and my best friend would call it like vomiting lyrics or vomiting a song. When it just like comes out and you can't help it and you don't know where it's coming from and you're not even like thinking really. Sometimes I feel like when I write with people, like co-write, I feel like I'm like trying, I'm thinking, I'm analyzing, I'm like trying different ideas and we're bouncing ideas off of each other. But this is like completely the opposite. It's just like I'm writing lyrics and I don't know where they're coming from. Don't know where they're coming from. I'm not really even analyzing the situation. And then they come out and then it's done. And then I'm like, oh, and then somehow they make sense. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I think it's a gift, which I love. I love that about me. And I haven't done that in a while, honestly. I was like, damn, I still have my spark, girl. But yeah, so I'm super geeked for that. That one, of all the songs I've written recently, that one's my favorite. That's always how it happens though, by the way. Like I will sit and really try to meticulously write like about a certain thing. Trash, right? And then when I vomit lyrics up in 2 minutes, it's like, oh, okay, there's my next song. There's another song I can put out. So y'all will be hearing that one day soon. I'm going to be doing some recording this weekend, some re-recording for my single that will be out. I think I'm going to shoot for my birthday, y'all. That's like a really big, okay, for artists, you know, for musicians, it's really hard to like pick a date to put things out and like stick to it and have a timeline. But I'm getting to that point where I'm like, I need to have a timeline and I need to stick with it, right? Because I haven't put out music in so long. I mean, I put out like a collab song with my friend Intern, and then I'm about to put out a collab song with my friend Dion, but like I haven't put out solo music in so long. I feel like I've evolved a lot as an artist and a musician, so I'm just very excited for this song, and so I'm gonna be tracking some stuff this weekend. I will film maybe some like behind the scenes and I'll post it so y'all can see it. Me and the stew. Anyway, y'all, I finished Game of Thrones, okay? Throughout the pod history. I think when I started the podcast, like beginning of Zesty Thoughts, I think I had just started Game of Thrones, or maybe I was like in season 2 or 3 or something, okay? So it's been a long time coming. So the reason it took me so long to finish it was because I was watching it with my dad. It was like a father-daughter-esque vibe, okay? And so I would never watch ahead and he would not watch ahead. So we would like have to wait until we both had time to watch it. And then we'd be watching it pretty much like late at night and one of us would get tired and be like, we have to sleep. So there were some nights where like we couldn't even watch an entire episode, and Game of Thrones episodes are long. They're like an hour long, right? So we finally finished it and it was like I don't know. Okay, so there are definitely gonna be spoilers in here, so skip to
11 minutes and 27 seconds
if you don't want to be spoiled for like the end of Game of Thrones, okay? Basically like the last season. I'm gonna try not to spoil anything prior to that because I freaking called it. I literally predicted, and I think I said something on the pod, I literally predicted that Jon was gonna do something to Daenerys. I was like, I'm catching a vibe that like as soon as he found out that he's technically the rightful heir to the Iron Throne, as soon as he fucking found out, as soon as it touched his ears, he was like, oh, shit. What do I do now? Okay. And so you could see, even in his acting, like, okay, period. In his acting, you could see this like conflicting, like just this constant dissonance mentally in him. And so I was like, I'm clocking that. Like he's going to do something. Something's going to happen. And obviously like his siblings, as soon as they found out, were like, okay, then like, right, you should be. And like, even he is like, I don't want it. And then everyone's like, yeah, well, the person that doesn't want it probably should get it. Right. So yeah, basically then he fucking killed her, which was crazy. But I knew that was coming because in the second to last episode of the entire fucking show, okay, when those bells rang and she just like proceeded to fuck up the entire city and kill everyone, I was like, oh no, why would you do that? Because she was like, I think personally like one of the most likable characters in the show, and then she went and did that and I was like, oh, I don't like you anymore. Oh, and so now like if I look back at Game of Thrones and like my favorite like characters and all that, she can't be on my list. Like she can't be my favorite character. I can't like her because of that decision. That was freaking crazy. didn't fuck with that. And then, yeah, obviously, as soon as he realized what was going on and like Grey Worm like started attacking the soldiers, I was like, oh, his brain chemistry was just altered in front of our eyes, and he's not vibing with this at all. He thinks it's wrong, which it is, right? That was very clear. But yeah, basically, as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, she's dead. He's gonna kill her, right? And so I knew it. That in that moment, I knew it. I was like, oh, he's gonna kill her. What pissed me off the most was that then he didn't even take the Iron Throne. Like, what? Oh God, y'all. That I'll say that last episode pissed me off a lot. Like, I'm all for, them getting together and like picking someone new, but like it probably should have been Jon. Although, like, I don't know, killing her is pretty crazy. But it's also like, but yeah, like she fucked up. She did something horrible. And everyone was just willing to sit by and be like, well, yeah, she was our queen. Crazy. Can't relate to like monarchies and wanting monarchies and supporting a monarchy. Can't support it at all. Power just does something to humans. Like that amount of power does something to humans, and I'm not here for it at all. But yeah, basically I loved the show. And I did start House of Dragon last night, season 1. So I will keep you updated on my review of season 1 of House of Dragon when I do eventually finish it. I am watching it with my father as well, so maybe a minute. But I'll keep y'all updated. So far, so good. All right, on to the next topic. I am about 3/4 of the way into Obama's book, A Promised Land. I did, in fact, split this book into 2 months, okay, because it's like over 700 pages or something crazy. I don't have time to reread in all that much, really, that often. I'm doing my like 10 pages a day because of the 75 hard challenge, but I physically don't have time to read more often than that. Like, my schedule's actual insanity. You would be terrified to see my calendar. But yeah, so I split it into 2 months. So Zesty Book Club, Obama's A Promised Land. So far it's really good. It's like a lot of policy talk right now, and so I'm trying my best to wrap my head around things and like keep up, because it's very dense. It's very like policy dense. He talked a lot about the economy in like the last chapter, and like how he basically had to deal with the 2008, recession right when he became president, and how that went. So it's crazy. He's talking a lot about foreign policy right now, like a lot of stuff in the Middle East, and it's like, it's a lot, y'all. It's a lot. I mean, sometimes people like joke like, oh yeah, if I was president one day. I don't want to be. I don't want to be president. There's no part of me that would ever sign up for anything that complicated, any job like that. Like, I can sit here and like vote and like voice my opinion as a citizen, but like to make the kinds of decisions that presidents have to make, like that's a lot. That's a lot. I just don't know how he does it, man. I don't know how any of them do it, really, at the end of the day. I don't really think that, like, government-wise, like, we should be putting any one decision or any, like, on, like, a single person. I almost, like, don't think that that's right. That's just a lot. I don't know that, like, I don't even know that it's possible we could ever trust one person to that extent. Like I said, I'm not down for the monarchy, okay? I just don't know about that. Power does something to people. And, not saying that like power did much to Obama. He's probably one of the most down-to-earth presidents of like modern times, to the extent that like I don't really know that he took advantage of his power in many ways, other than for like, maybe certain policy changes that were like more left-leaning, which is like fine. That's what presidents are supposed to do, right? They're supposed to like try to advance their party's I don't know, agenda, basically. That's like all they do. But like to that extent, it's a lot. I almost don't think it's right that we put that on one person. Like Congress, Senate makes sense, right? Supreme Court makes sense to have like groups of people vote and agree on things, but one person, damn, bro, that's crazy. Couldn't be me. No, thank you. I will gladly pass on that. And just like American politics is so like, ugh, it's just so gross. And like the culture of it is just, ugh, Like, so definitely not. I mean, maybe in another country, but not here, y'all. Okay. Music review for y'all this week. Okay, well, if I'm being honest, I haven't really been listening to that much new music because I saw the Michael movie and I've basically been in like Michael zone ever since I saw the Michael movie. So guilty as charged. I have not been doing my homework as far as the pod goes. I did, in fact, though, listen to one album this morning. So I was like exercising and taking my walk and stuff. I was like, okay, I have to like review an album for the pod. And I just picked a random one that I had in my listen to the shit playlist. I picked a good one, okay? So the artist is Girlfriend. The album is called Honey Water, and I can already tell this is like the type shit that I'm going to have on rotation. It's like my favorite type of R&B. It's like an emotional woman that's like, you know, feeling herself and like talking about relationships and like, the vocals are just beautiful. Writing is fantastic. The album is just straight up good R&B. It's like my favorite type of R&B. It's just like vibes, like nothing too trappy, nothing too sleepy. It's like right in the middle, which I fucking love. Like some of Kalani's early music, hers music, Snow Allegra's like on the sleepier side, but like kind of in the middle. And then like Joyce Rice, like I just love it. I just love women in R&B, Ari Lennox, okay. All of those vibes type shit I love. I saved 6 out of the 10 tracks, which is a lot. That's what, 60%. That's crazy. And I like went to go follow her on Instagram and I was like, why does she only have like 80 something K? I was like, who is this woman? Okay. She's super, super talented. Writing's great. Vocals are like butter. I'm like now officially a fan, and I'm curious as to why this person is like not more famous. So if you're in the mood to listen to some new R&B, I would highly recommend this album. It is Honey Water by Girlfriend. And like she needs to blow up already. I don't understand. She needs to blow up. So anyway, y'all definitely go check that out. Brief story time before I finish today's episode, y'all. On Mother's Day, we went whale watching in Newport. Okay, me and my parents. And so I have a history of like getting seasick, not like actually getting sick, but like feeling seasick. Okay. I get seasick basically. I like don't know why. I never got that as a kid. And just as I've gotten older, it's gotten worse, which is great. Okay. So I was like, oh, it's fine. I have like a Dramamine that's like natural. It's like not actual, like the medication Dramamine, because I was going to be driving that day. So I was like, I can't like take that because it's like a drowsy vibe. So I took their like ginger extract one. Okay. First of all, horrible ass reflux ever since, which is great. Ginger does that to me sometimes. I have to be like really careful. But like, yeah, it didn't work at all basically. And like we were in the harbor, and then as soon as we like officially went out to sea and like increased, I think we were going like 10 knots, the pilot said, full speed. Yeah, the water was like really choppy and the boat was like really rocking, and I was literally so fucking nauseous. Like it was absolutely horrible. I literally was like, we were sitting on the outside, not like on the inside part of the boat. And I was sitting on the outside, and I was so cozy too. I had like a nice I have this like denim, like long skirt that I like literally love. I need more long skirts. Okay. For summer, like flowy skirts, please send me recs. I got that from Cider. I'm trying not to do fast fashion, you guys. So send me recs for like stuff that's like no plastics, right? I'm trying to also not do plastics. I know I've had that one for a while, so like please forgive me. But side note, I'm looking for recs for like long skirts that are like maybe just like natural materials. Okay. Let me know. But yeah, so I was wearing that and I like had my feet up, crisscross applesauce, and I was just like vibing. Okay. And then you started to feel sick, and I had a hat and glasses on, and I literally just put my head, like the boat was like kind of curved, so I was like I could put my head back and rest on it. And I did in fact fall asleep, because I was like, honestly, if I don't fall asleep, I'm gonna get sick. I didn't know what else to do. I was also just like feeling tired generally because I didn't like sleep that well the night before. But yeah, I like got up to use the restroom, and then yeah, that was really a horrible mistake. Getting up made it like so much worse. And then I went back and sat down, and yeah, basically fell asleep for like I don't even know how long, maybe like a half an hour. And then I woke up when I like heard people talking about the dolphins around us, and there were tons of dolphins, like baby ones too. They were so cute, little baby dolphins. But I was so incapacitated that like I didn't get any pictures, like no videos, nothing. But at least like my mom enjoyed it and had a good time, and we just like had a fantastic day. We got ate after. I was hoping that like eating would help, but no. I was literally like nauseous the entire rest of the day, which was great. And I've had acid reflux ever since. So my thirst of the week is gonna be slippery elm bark, okay? Because slippery elm it's something I already like consume every once in a while because I have throat coat tea. If y'all singers don't know about throat coat tea, you should, right? But if you're not put on for some reason, if no one's like done that for you, right? Get on the slippery elm bark gang, okay? The throat coat tea. There's like a bunch of different throat coats. There's one that's just like original with slippery elm. There's ones with like lemon, honey, something lemon, and then there's like a eucalyptus one, I think. Oh, all of them are good, but I like the original. I don't know if all of them have slippery elm, but I like the original because I just like the taste of it. But I love it so much. And apparently, it's like I already have this tea sometimes, like not daily, but on occasion. Apparently, slippery elm is supposed to help with that kind of stuff. So that's going to be my new thirst because I'm like, help y'all. And I like can't have spicy food right now because it's like, ouch. So yeah, I love getting older, you guys. Love it so much. I'm trying to think if I have anything else to recap for you guys. Oh, I went to my friend's bridal shower. Well, we like helped decorate it and stuff. I didn't plan it. I cannot take the credit for that, but I did get there early and help like decorate, and it was so freaking cute. We did like teamwork makes the dream work with like Cami as like the director, right? A massive charcuterie board that was like the size of an entire fold out table. So freaking cool. It was such a fun vibe. And like good times with like friends. I did get to DJ the event, which was super fun. Queued up some nice like lovey tunes, right? To get in the lovey-dovey spirit. But it was just super fun time with like women. I just love gathering with women. I can't get enough of that. And spending time with some like close friends. So that was beautiful. They were doing like an Aperol spritz vibe, but because I'm doing 75 hard, I'm not drinking. So I was just having sparkling water with cherries and like fruit because I wanted the vibe. But it worked out. It was fun. Like, I think that's it, y'all. I'm about to head out for the day. I hope that y'all have a fun week, a fun weekend. I'm enjoying like, oh, I feel like a breeze right now. I have my window cracked. Oh, that's amazing. That's also why I have my jacket on. It's like randomly cold in LA now. I don't know what's going on. My parents were saying, oh, it's May gray, which like, yeah, basically that's what's happening because it's been so gloomy. And the fog yesterday was crazy. So I hope wherever you are in the world, you're enjoying the weather. Just embrace it. Try to accept it for whatever it is. If it's really cold or really hot, I'm sorry. But yeah, just embrace it. Stay present. The emoji of the week is going to be the frog emoji, right? The frog emoji. I think that's like basically the emoji every week, but drop a frog emoji. I love y'all so much. Have a wonderful week. Have a fun weekend. Stay safe, and I'll see you next week. Bye.